Hello, and welcome to the Superhero Hub. I'm Sam,
I'm Matt.
and today we're going to be reviewing.
Riverdale.
Yeah, Riverdale.
Yeah, please
Th-
stop.
this episode is called
I don't know.
Faster Pussycats Kill Kill.
How could I forget that?
That's a pretty fresh title. So I was speculating on that, and I was thinking maybe it's one of them cheerleader things like Faster Pussycats Kill Kill.
That's a pretty dodgy thing for cheerleaders to say, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I do defense stuff anyway. Well, I mean, I'm getting goofy. This whole thing. So I was watching this episode, and I was just thinking to myself, you want to know what? I was just I face palmed a couple times because it is so cringe. It is
Yes.
like the cringiest is the weirdest thing I've ever watched. And I kind of really like it. I really do like it. I don't know this. I don't know whether it's because it's so like cringy. I really like it.
See, I'm in the same place I was before. I still don't know
I
whether I like it or not. And it's part of it is still because I still can't figure out whether it's intentional. It has to be,
I
doesn't it?
I think it's supposed to be serious with the whole murder mystery thing, but it's like it's not though.
Right, but that's what confused me. I thought I could follow that the Jughead and thing, Betty running around doing serious stuff, trying to figure out. But that version's on melodramatic, and then you throw in this the Pussycats, and they're walking around with the cat ears and whatnot. I'm not really.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
It is.
I mean, where does it start? Flipping. See, a lot happened, but in my head of reviewing, it's kind of down the line. So I mean, pretty much, Jughead and like, where's
Betty,
this kid living? I
who
know he.
Jughead? I don't know. We never found out, did we? Because he left wherever he was staying in. What was it? An old cinema or something?
Yeah, he left the cinema, and like I remember at the start of the episode, it was doing like cinematic shots, and it was like on his MacBook. I mean, the kid's homeless, but he's got a MacBook Pro, so he's tapping away on the keyboard there. I was thinking, where's this then? Because I know he turned up at like Betty's house to score a free meal. Obviously, to score a free meal. I mean, I don't know what this kid's shtick is, but
A free meal isn't worth sitting with that mother. She's a nightmare.
oh, the parents on the show were all
I
terrible.
know, they're awful, aren't they?
Except for like, I mean,
Except
uh,
for Luke Perry. But
yeah,
even he's an idiot.
yeah, he's a bit of a baghead. I mean, Veronica's mum's. I don't know about her. Her character's kind of changed because she was kind of like, there's a lot going on.
I can't even figure her out. Is she a bitch? Is she not?
That's what I mean. It's like 1 second she's like, "Ah, nah, I'm not on it, Luke Perry." Then she's like, "Yeah, I'll come work for you." He hugged her like in the last episode, and it was like coming up. It was a bit full on, and then like this episode, they're smooching.
Right, and then there was the faking the signature thing as well.
Oh, she's out of control.
Yeah.
But I mean, in terms of like, that's nothing compared to Betty's mum.
No.
She's
She's the
crazy.
worst.
Oh, she's horrible. The dad's bad too. And I mean the Blossom lot. I mean that's just crazy altogether. So it's
Mm.
like all the parents in this town are like crazy. So yeah, they're trying to find out where Polly is, and her name is actually Polly because I thought it was Paulie.
No.
It's like their accent come on a bit strong, and I thought it was Paulie, but it's like Polly apparently. But they just over American it, and it kind of sounds off. No offense. So yeah, they're trying to find out where Polly is, and it leads them to a church place, and then you've got a variety show at the school. So Archie's preparing his song to
Of
go
course.
sing. I would have sung with Veronica, but I mean, we'll get onto that later. So yeah, there's kind of and ahhing, but in my head I thought that there's going to be something between Veronica and Archibald, and I mean the kind of relationship kind of state I for the
That's not
episode.
weird, is it?
State I've invented it.
Okay.
The Superhero Hub copyright. State I invented. Patent pending. So I think I'm getting a little bit too far. I mean, but basically, there's not much substance in the middle of the episode. You've got Luke, Andrew's Constructions trying to
Yeah.
get the contract to do the building after the cinema's demolished. So, I mean, secretly Veronica's mum, she's working with him, but secretly she's like the person buying it on behalf of her husband. So she can basically award the contract. And then there's a conflict of interest because she starts smooching, and Veronica, or Eagle Eye as I like to call her, because I mean, how she saw about 50 foot across the yard through a frosted window to see them smooching. If I was standing right at the window, if I was standing in the room, I wouldn't have been able to see them,
Yeah.
let alone like down the road.
Betty's running around with Jughead. Who she needs is Veronica. She'll find the killer.
I mean, that's what I mean. She was probably like on the other side of town and saw him at the lake. But I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, I was just watching. I was thinking, how the hell did she see that? So I wouldn't be able to see that. I mean, even at the distance, like the glare on the. I mean, that's crazy. So she's up in arms about that. She's like, yo, what's happening? Because her dad's in prison. I can't remember how long he's in prison for, but whatever, he's out the picture. So yeah. So then, I mean, elsewhere, I mean, the bands, one leaves the Pussycat, Veronica takes their place, the one who leaves the Pussycat, I forget her name.
Oh yeah, the one hanging around with Archie.
Yeah, the one who helped him sing the song in the last episode. So she's bumming about with him, and then Veronica's upset with Archie because she feels like she's been ditched, so she joins the Pussycats. And then there's blah. That's the bit where there's like no substance to the episode.
There isn't. And this, where my biggest problem with the show so far, Archie. This kid's a right melt.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
he has everything, and he does just dismiss Veronica. What are you doing? Well, how dopey can you be? You got Betty running around after you. You got Veronica. You got this new one. Like, this guy's life is so good.
Mhm. And it's like it's weird as well. Do you know the guy who is competing with to get the football captaincy like last
Yeah.
week? Yeah, he was heckling him from the stage. I was like, what's this one's problem? He should be
I don't know.
he should be thanking Archie for giving him the captaincy, or he would
Maybe
have
it's
been
just because
screwed.
they're, teenagers is what they do.
Oh, he's a
They're really
baghead. I would have banged him out. I'd have one bombed him.
I don't think Archie can do that.
Probably. There's nothing this kid can't do. So yeah, quite a lot happened, but there was like a bit of a dull area where nothing happened. Like the kind of first 10 minutes is pretty easily explained, and then we kind of pick up pace a bit. You got Betty and Jughead go into the, whatever place, sanctuary, kind of, what are they called? Nun place, hospital, whatever it is.
Yeah, that's what they call it, a nun place.
Yeah, I don't think they really made their mind at what it was, whether it was an institute or a nunnery or something like that. So I mean, they get there, and it turns out Polly's pregnant, and the parents have been saying that Betty didn't want to see her, and then Betty's like, "Oh yeah, the parents said you were sick," and I mean, there's all that hubbub. And then she drops that her and Jason were on the 4th of July were planning to leave town, and he packed a car with all the stuff in and left it blah 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 down the road. Then Polly doesn't know Jason's dead, so dropped that, and she started to melt. And then Betty gets like taken off into a room, and then the mum turns up, and she's like, "Oh, she's crazy," and it's like, "Oh, is she crazy?" And then she gets back to her house. Lips is Jughead. So I mean, Betty's pretty much got to be off the market now, yeah. And I mean, you probably got to look at that as a reason why Archie and Jughead's kind of fell out, because obviously, if you remember the first couple of episodes, there was a big foot that like they're not best of pals. So I mean, maybe it's something to do with that. So yeah, Betty gets kind of dragged back to town, argues with the parents, blah blah blah. She ends up kissing Jughead, and then they go off an adventure to find the car. Dumbest thing you've ever seen in your life, because I mean they didn't clock that they were followed, because someone followed them and they were watching them scuffle in the car. In the car was Jason's jacket, a bunch of drugs. Thank God they took pictures. So
How's no one found the car before? In
uh,
this tiny little town where this kid got murdered, surely you think they'd rip the town apart?
no, not
I mean,
Riverdale.
really, dopey.
It's a strange one, really. Oh, it's so far out of town they wouldn't be able to do that. Would be the official explanation. But you would.
Also, like, were they being followed, or was the person who put the car there just hanging out?
Well, the person who put the car there was Jason,
Was he?
and is dead.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
because that's the car they were going to elope with. So
That makes
they
sense.
get to the school, and then they get back there, the car's on fire. So, I mean, it's lucky they took pictures, but I mean, apart from that, it didn't really help. So back to Archie. I mean, that performance by the Pussycats, I mean, Veronica looked good, right?
Yeah, I guess in a oh my god, what's happening sort of way. Yeah,
What do you
it,
mean? Were you shocked at what they were wearing?
it just all looked horrendously bad.
Oh, it's very auto-tuned. All the singing in that show is auto-tuned so
Mm.
badly. It's like, you could tell at like band practice earlier on in the episode, and like, it was terrible. The auto-tuning
Also,
was terrible.
the lead singer of the band,
Yeah.
her parents are awful as well.
Yeah, because flipping, the dad's not around, is a bit of a flake, and the mum's like the mayor, and she's so dodgy. So
Well,
dodgy.
and the dad's like such a stereotypical kind of like musician bloke. You know when they're all around the table and they were talking about how Archie's, I guess, girlfriend has left the band and blah blah blah, and how that's a shame. And he starts to go basically saying the equivalent of "there's no truth in this art" kind of thing. It's like, oh god, this is so douchey.
Yeah, I mean, it was all very pretentious.
Mm.
So, yeah, boring bits. And then Archie goes up and ends up kissing the other girl. It's like,
Yeah,
when they were standing there, I was like, oh, this is gonna happen, and I was thinking, come on, man, why? Is this kid like not seeing what I'm seeing? It's like, yo, Veronica, man.
and this is after he's gone up and sang a song, and then the whole school's loving him. It's like, again,
Uh,
nothing bad happens to this
yeah,
kid.
all the jocks are slapping him on the back and that, like, yeah, good job. It's like, yo, even if the song was good, jocks wouldn't slap him on the
No,
back. They'd be like, yo, that is so like batty, you know what I mean?
they wouldn't even be at the talent show, would they?
Oh no, oh, well, probably there to heckle.
Oh, maybe.
I mean, if you were in their position, what would you do? You go there to heckle, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So yeah, I mean, yeah, Veronica's mum forges a signature.
Mhm.
So Andrew's construction gets the contract. Veronica's mad at her. Well, not mad at her. She kind of keeps it down, but she obviously knows something's gone awry. Why wouldn't she just fake the signature in the first hand and not asked her? Then she'd be none the wiser.
Good point.
There we go.
Plot shenanigans, that's why.
What happens at the end?
You know, I don't even remember.
Oh yeah, they go back to the facility because they think they've wrapped it all up,
Oh,
and it's
that's
like
right.
Polly's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
crazy, and the
And
window.
the window's smashed in a really doofy way.
Yeah, and there's like blood all over the window. It's like, oh. So yeah, Polly's vanished into the night. She's pregnant.
How does she even get down?
She's injured herself, and it's raining. So she's probably going to be found like 5 minutes into the next episode, like all huddled up and flipping, crying, like, oh, what have I done? It's like maybe she flew.
This super pregnant woman has managed to bust through a window in this tiny ass town and somehow is making her way somewhere.
I think it's out of town.
Is it out of town?
It's got
That's
to
even
be.
worse then. Where's she going to go? Back to the lake, maybe?
That's what I mean. It's going to be one of them things. Why would she go there for?
I don't know. A period of mourning.
That's what I mean. So it'd be one of them things where she's found real quick, and it's like, oh, what you do, and then they hide her under the bed or something. So I mean,
Be a pretty big bed.
I guess apart from a couple slow bits and like the kind of musician boring stuff no one's interested in, it kind of picked up pace a little bit. The kind of revelations, but it's like, oh, don't worry about that because we're just gonna blow up the car, so forget about that. So
Hmm.
whoever that was, who knows? So yeah, I figure we've covered all the plot points unless there's anything you want to add.
No, that's a bit. I mean, they need to get rid of the music stuff. Honestly, God, I don't care.
Yeah, it's douchey.
It is.
It's just one of them things. If murder mystery doesn't apply, interest you, then maybe auto-tune singing will. I'm in a band. Um, let's talk numbers.
7.
I'll give it a 7.5. I'm liking it. The more I watch it, I like it. The more cringy it is, the better it is because it makes me laugh. I mean, not too serious. Let's keep it doofy, you know what I mean? Because I guess apart from this terrible singing, it was kind of a little too serious for me. If they make it kind of doofy, it'd be a good show, right?
It, I get what they're doing. I think I get what they're
They're
trying to
trying
do,
to
but
be taken seriously, but to be
I think they're
honest, I
trying to
don't
have their
think it's
cake
going
and
to
eat it
happen.
too. It's like 3 different shows in one.
Yeah,
Pick one and go for it.
I think that's generally the opinion. Well, if you were to pick out of the three shows it wants to be, what would you prefer it was?
I'd rather they go with the Betty murder mystery thing. Go with that. I don't want to watch the singing show about. I can't watch the show about Archie. I can't.
All right. I like the doofy bits because think this murder mystery. Say this gets renewed for a second season. I mean, with numbers like 600,000 viewers, I mean, you make your own estimates.
Wow.
But like, if it gets renewed for a second season, what they're going to do a murder mystery thing? It's going to be like a real low rent mix between Veronica Mars and One Tree Hill.
Yeah, probably.
You know what I mean?
It's like Veronica Mars, One Tree Hill, and what's that old David Lynch show? Twin Peaks. But the same thing.
Yeah, but not as good as Twin Peaks.
No.
Um, yeah. So,
Well,
any
let's.
other?
Are the numbers really that bad?
Yeah, I think so. I remember flicking. Yeah, I think it
Oh,
is like 0.6, like bumming around the 500,000. Maybe it's dropped. Who knows? Maybe it's like got a lot of interest now. Maybe DVR numbers are high because you got to think it's. I don't want to bore anyone, but you got to think it appeals towards the kind of young demographic. So maybe they DVR everything. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. I'm Sam,
I'm not.
and this has been the Superhero Hub.